Hello and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, consider subscribing as I try to post new racing content weekly, and while you're down there, if you get out a like, it just helps the algorithm and help the channel grow. Also, if you want to follow me on Twitch, there's a link down in the description. I usually stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays and sometimes on the weekends. In this video, we're doing something a little different. We're doing a tour of my sim/office. This is where I pretty much do all my work and also all my sim racing. I don't know if you know this, but I am a cinematographer and a photographer, and I needed a dual purpose office setup / sim room so I can, have fun and also get a lot of work done. And so that's mainly what my PC is built for both sim racing and for all the video editing, so you guys can actually see all this content. But let's get started from the sim setup itself. So starting with the sim setup, I am running triple 32-inch monitors. I just recently switched over to this. I made a video about it. You probably have seen it. And yeah, I went with the Rig Metals monitor stand just because it seemed like the best price, and also it just was easy to set up, and I can also add peripherals to it. Starting off with the peripherals, I went with an articulating arm from Manfrotto, so that can hold the Canon M50 so when I do all my streaming. And also I have a Amaran P60 light on here, and that's also on an articulating arm. So then I can have light on me, so then I look good on the stream, and I can look presentable. Also with the triple monitor stand, I have an arm from Position Advanced. That's a swivel arm so I can move my keyboard tray back and forth. And also I tried to do a lot with my cable management. Cable management is really important to me, and I wanted it to be as clean as possible when you walk in so it doesn't just look like a cluttered mess. And so I try to route everything correctly. But yeah, that was the best I could do with that, and I thought it turned out pretty good. Moving on to the sim rig itself. The sim rig is from my friends over at Position Advanced. They make a very solid setup. This is their minimalist setup. I pretty much have everything there is that they offer for it, and I am running the Track Racer seat. This has been a great seat. It's very comfortable, but I also run a gel pad on the bottom just for those longer stints, just because having the gel seems like it's gelling with me. Stupid dad joke. And moving over to the pedals. Pedals are from VRS. These are their Direct Pro. These pedals have been amazing. I also added the Sim 3D rumble motors to it just because I wanted to have more feel of the ABS or wheel slip. And it just, it helps with the experience of driving and knowing what you're doing. I highly recommend them if you are going to do any rumble motors. I also have the arms that goes to the shifters. So I have the AIOlogs sequential shifter and also their Handbrake. I use that not that often, but I want to start getting more into rally, and I need to get a clutch if I want to do any drifting. But moving up, I have the Simucube 2 Pro, which I just recently got with the GSI Hyper P1. That combination right there has been extremely solid. I have no complaints. GSI makes one of the best wheels I feel like in the game, and so I've been able to utilize that wheel, and it just has all the knobs and buttons that I need for adjustments when I'm in the race, and I feel like it's helped giving me an advantage over some people not being able to make those adjustments. Next to it, I have a Stream Deck Pro, where that actual mount is kind of cool because it goes back and forth, but the Stream Deck helps me just load up applications, software, and then also just control when I'm on the streams to start and stop or record, or even hit for playback, things like that. Those are things that the Stream Deck is really good for, and I have one here on the sim, and then I also have one on the desk for when I'm playing Call of Duty, or even some of the things for Adobe Premiere or Photoshop and stuff like that. Moving on from the actual sim rig itself, I have this setup which is all of my knickknacks and all of my like Funko Pops and all of my Porsche and just everything. I even have my like extra wheels over here and gloves. I'm very into football and basketball, so those are things that I have. Like I believe this is the Michael Jordan, yeah, the Michael Jordan Funko Pop, and then I love Stranger Things. Stranger Things is a huge thing of mine, love it. And yeah, so that's that setup. Moving over here, this is where I had well, first my PC. My PC is from iBUYPOWER, but then I made some upgrades to it. There's 64 gigs of RAM in here now, DDR4. It's also got the 4070 Ti NVIDIA graphics card. Also went up on the power supply to 1000 watts, and then it's an Intel i7 12700 KF, I believe. That is the processor, and then it's, you know, liquid cooled, and you know, it's a computer and it works, and hopefully it continues to work. Fingers crossed. But yeah, moving over to the desk itself, I have the Samsung ARC 55-inch. This monitor I just recently got. I need to do more of a review of it, but it is amazing. It's crazy how this monitor is, and you can go vertical with it, or you can do a lot of both looking at YouTube and also editing videos and having like a sports ticker up top, like when you have it vertical, or you can do multi screens when it's on the wide version. And this is like I said, it's new to me, and so I went from a 34-inch ultra wide on the bottom and then a 27-inch on the top, and that was good. But I wanted everything all in one, and so yeah, I switched over to that. And then yeah, I have also a Rode mic on here too. It's on an arm so I can do like podcasting, or I can do my intros for these videos, because that's important to have good audio, and I highly recommend getting a good mic setup if you're going to be doing anything like this. And I also have a light off to the side. That light just helps me when I'm streaming, so again, you can see me, and then also when I'm doing my intros to these videos. And then lastly, I have this chair. This is from Autonomous. This is probably one of the most comfortable chairs I've ever sat in, and I've had it for the past 4 or 5 years now. And ergonomically, it has kept me safe for like my back and everything when I'm sitting for hours, sitting here editing, or just on scrolling or doing whatever. But a chair is very important when it comes to both sim racing and also for your desk. So highly recommend you look into the Autonomous AI chair. It's not cheap. They usually have good deals around Thanksgiving, I believe, or like Black Friday. So you might want to jump on those. But yeah, that's pretty much like everything that you might see in the videos. I just wanted to do this video to, you know, show my sim setup. I'm pretty proud of it. I love how this setup is. It's where I spend most of my time when I'm not with my family, or when I'm not working, or working outside of the office. I travel a lot for work, and so yeah, this is my setup, and thanks for watching. If you like videos like this, make sure that you subscribe. I'm always trying to post up content, not just racing, but just little content like this, or just on sim racing itself. But thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Peace.